Oh, hi. This is Fred, FR5ED, here with a beer review. And today I'm going to look at something. This was handed to me about a week ago. This is Guinness Nitro IPA. Yes, you heard right. Guinness, famous for its stout. And you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's the little rocket inside the can there. This is their intro into the ever-growing, ever-popular world of IPAs. I'm not a fan of, I do love stouts. I'm not a fan of Guinness because what we get over here, I don't think is anything special. It's just, big mass produced, not much to it, I don't think, anyway. I may get a lot of arguments out there, but that's just my own personal impression. I don't hold out a lot, I shouldn't say this, but I don't hold out a lot of hope for this, partly because of that, and partly because of what I've seen so far in the ratings. It's rated, and this is after 206 ratings on Beer Advocate. It's rated at a 21 overall and a 3. I've never seen anything that low, a 3 in style. And then over on Beer Advocate, did I say this was Rate Beer? Over on Beer Advocate, it's rated at a 70, which is, I think they call that okay. Yes, okay, and that's 190 reviews. So, not a huge number of reviews, but enough to see where that's going. I did read another review in, what was this? This was in All About Beer magazine. And they didn't slam it, but they did point out that you shouldn't expect a West Coast American style IPA. This is definitely going to be the British style. It's going to be more about the malt, caramelly, toasty notes. And even though it was 5 hop varieties were used, they said it is not a hop bomb. So anyway, I guess one of the novelties about the whole thing is the fact we should get that Guinness Nitro look to this. And I don't know exactly how that's done out of a can. I don't know if nitrogen is truly used or if it's something to do with the little rocket has micro holes in it. I don't know. I've never looked that up to find out. So you could put in the comments below if you know how that's done. So I'm going to open this, and hopefully it's not going to make a mess because I don't have anything to clean it up with. Ooh. Oh, I hear a rocket going crazy in there. So now let's pour this. Oh, yeah. I have to admit, that's a very, very, very cool looking thing. I'm going to have to go find out myself how that's done. Now let's take a quick look at this. Look at the activity going on down there. I don't know if you could see that with the light glaring off of it, but it's that cascading downward wave of the nitro foam. It's got to have nitrogen in there. That's just amazing. So anyway, and you can see there's already the regular head foaming up here about 1 finger after all these nitro bubbles begin to finish doing their thing. But that is absolutely visually stunning. It's worth it just for the show. And it makes me want to add a nitro tap to my my kegerator out there, which I do have up and running again. Rebuilt it out myself. A new, different refrigerator, took all the parts, did some rebuilding, drilled all the holes, did not puncture the Freon line, yay. Anyway, while we're waiting for the show to finish, I think I will go ahead and smell it and taste it. I get yeasty bready, mostly. Maybe a little bit floral, not getting any citrus fruit or other types of fruit, melons or anything that I'm used to out of the West Coast style IPAs. It almost smells creamy, but I know that's because I'm looking at that very dense, and that's hard to see, but look at the coating that it puts on the glass. It's that very thick, dense, you can't even see the bubbles. It's just like a solid surface. Gotta love that. So really not getting tons of aroma except for a malty, bready, yeasty smell. So now let's taste it. Ready? If you'd covered the label of that can and had me guess what I was drinking, number 1, IPA would have been last on the list. I don't know what the IBUs are on this, but it can't be more than 10 or so. It's not really bitter at all, but probably more along the lines of a typical English IPA as far as bitterness, not so much flavor. Let me taste this again. There's almost no carbonation. I'm wondering if that was pure nitrogen, because typically when you think of nitro, whenever you get something on tap where it's got that black tapered extension on the end of the spout, which is, that signifies it as a nitro tap. And when they, pour it in, you get that effect that we saw. Well, that's not pure nitrogen. It's called beer gas. I think it's 75% nitrogen, 25% carbon dioxide, I think is the ratio. And I'm wondering if this was just pure nitrogen, because I don't sense any CO2 in here. It's very flat. And I don't mean that as a bad thing, because I do have a place in my heart for real ale, because that time last summer when we were in England and I went to, oh my goodness, I think I went to at least two pubs a day with gusts up to 4, as I put it. And my whole quest was real ale. I was not looking for anything that I could get over here. I wanted that tradition, that reborn tradition, as a matter of fact. So anyway, I get off the subject here. So I'm not saying the fact that this has almost no detectable carbonation is a turnoff to me personally, because I don't mind that. If that's the goal, if that's the intent, the design of the beer. I have no idea if that's the intent here. As far as flavor, not a lot. Bready. Not getting any fruit, no hop flavors. It's a very bland, non-inviting flavor to me. I'm not sure what they were going for with this. According to the article I read, they were claiming there should be citrus notes and other noticeable flavors. And some of the reviews I read, one guy said tastes like cardboard, which that can be an indication of an off flavor. I'm not tasting cardboard here, but not tasting a lot. Color-wise, it's not a deep orange or deep anything. It's just kind of a brown, light brown, clear, mostly clear now that the nitrogen's done its thing. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish that. It's not something I would ever buy again, even though it's got the fancy little nitro rocket in there. Maybe somebody else can do a good job with nitro IPA in a can, but not this one. So that's Guinness Nitro IPA, quote unquote, and this is Fred of our 5ED over and out.